Right? Talk to me like lovers do. You know that you have worms coming out of your face, don't you? Windward asked Henrietta.
What?
She looked down, trying to hide the shame in her eyes. Those aren't worms, they're... Her voice trailed off. Yes, what are they? Tell me what they are. Say it. They're larvae. And just whose larvae are they? Windward replied, suspicion edging into his voice. A bug. I don't know what kind of bug. You don't know what kind? It was a bug. Just a bug. You don't ask bugs their names. It had a lot of legs. And how did this bug's larva get into your face? I had sex with it. It was a big bug, and we did things. Sex things. You had sex with a bug, and you don't even know its name? Yes. And it put its larva in your face? Yes. Why, Henrietta? Why did you do that? Because you're so ugly. Your face is worse than larva. I'd rather look in the mirror and see the larva wiggle and come out of my face than look at you. Windward began to sob uncontrollably. He gasped. You didn't have to say that. You didn't have to say that. Oh. He buried his face in his hands and wept. After a while, tiny red worms began to wiggle out from between his fingers and fall on the table, where they inched and writhed their way towards the larva which had fallen from Henrietta's face. I didn't mean to hurt you like that, Henrietta said in a voice filled with pity and wonder, as if she had just learned the name of sorrow. But I thought that ugly people didn't need anyone. I thought they didn't want anyone. I thought that's why they made themselves ugly, so they wouldn't have to let people near them. No, no, sobbed Windward. On the table, the tiny red worms and the larva were dancing, a severely formal dance in which they alternately touched the tips of their bodies together, worm to larva, larva to worm, then moved away from each other, leaning in the opposite direction, as if showing great contrition. Windward and Henrietta watched the dance in fascination, unmoved at first. Then they too slowly began to writhe like the worms and larvae. At first just their fingers, then their limbs, and finally their entire bodies. As they writhed, they shrank and changed shape until they were just another larva and just another red worm in the dance.